Hello and welcome back to what is now the fourth or fifth video we've tried to do.
So many videos, none of them used.
Long story short, you'll already notice there was no video on the 15th of August. It's because we're poor and we didn't want to buy more models that we couldn't afford to buy unless Games Workshop, if you'd like to work on a
Hey James
Klarna
Workshop
or something like that, like a pay.
Oh yeah,
buy
pay in
now,
installments,
play
yeah.
later. I'll
Buy
happily
now,
buy it.
play later.
Yes.
Oh, that's clever. I see what you did there.
But yes, we realised that, and alongside the fact that we're trying to learn 4th edition, and Emma's trying to teach Steve 40k, so Emma's got to learn 2 games.
Emma's trying to teach Steve 40k. Wow, thanks for credit.
Steve was trying to teach. Sorry, words. But yes, there was the whole problem of we're trying to learn things, and Steve tried to teach at the same time as learning was also so we just went, right, let's single things down. We are an AOS channel first and foremost. And we like big games, and you like big games. So once a month, as usual, you'll get your normal games on the 1st. That's why we're here. We may throw some other videos out there every now and then, you never know, and we will probably play some 40k because we haven't bought models for nothing. But whilst we're here, we're looking at 4th edition, and we promised the 1st of September would be 3rd edition does 4th edition, or 4th edition does 3rd edition. We're playing our old tournament lists.
Tournament goes forth.
Tournament goes forth. And multiplies.
Our tournament lists go forth. There you go.
So we have taken our 4th edition, our 3rd edition tournament list that we ran as one of the first videos on our channel. And we are putting them into 4th edition to see how they play in the new edition on the new General's Handbook, in the new rules, new armies, plus you lot love Fyreslayers, so Steve has to play Fyreslayers. If you want to see those, I'm sure Steve has somewhere pointed a thing that says watch the old video here as a link, because he's a genius. But for saving of time, let's move forward and talk about the game that we're going to be playing. We are playing...
Just as an aeroplane goes past the window.
It's a flyover.
Thank you.
We are playing the General's Handbook 24 to 25.
Yes,
the
we are.
first General's Handbook of 4th edition, and we're playing Battle Plan 5 of Table 2, close to the chest. So you score 1 point for objective. You score 1 point for 2 objectives. You score 2 points if you control more than your opponent. You score 2 points if you can control the primary objective. What's that? I'll explain in a second. And you score 4 points if you do your battle tactic. For those that have been playing AOS for a while, this is from the season 1 of 2022 to 2023 General's Handbook, because they've been revisiting their favourites apparently. So the twist for this game is at the start of each turn, the player who is not the active player, so Emma's turn I would be the not active player, so I would do this, and vice versa. They must pick one objective in their territory to be marked as the primary objective until the start of the next turn. Then you'd score 2 points if you control it. At the start of their turn, after the opponent has picked the primary objective, the underdog, the person scoring less points, can roll a dice. On a 5-up, the opponent has to pick another primary objective instead of the one that they picked. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And then we've got the usual order tactics and universal tactics, because we're playing in order. And we'll be playing the lists that you will be seeing appear on the screen whilst we talk about them. So yeah, shall we talk about armies? Right, I'm playing Fyreslayers. They were they were the Greyfeared. They are now the Warrior Kinband.
Okay.
Because I'm talking about what they were in 3rd edition and going into what they are 4th edition. And it's the exact same list that you see on that video if you want to go over and check it out. 2 sets of 10 Volkite Berserkers, 2 Flame Keepers, 2 sets of reinforced half-guard Berserkers with pole axes, a Rune Father, a Rune Son, a Battlesmith, and a Gotrek.
A Gotrek.
The addition here, because Gotrek and a couple of things got cheaper, is I also now have a Grimwrath Berserker in the board. The army comes in at about 19 something points. It'll be on the screen, apologies, and we'll double check for our command points as we go into this. But the whole thing is all bundled up into, each hero has a unit with them. So the Runefather, as the general, has a set of half-guard berserkers that he has put down with him to be his retinue. The Flamekeepers have a set of Volkite Berserkers each. And also in the General's Regiment was the Berserker, who is also placed over here with the Runeson and his set of 10 Half-Guard Berserkers. Finally in the middle is my little Battlesmith, little Shortbread. In terms of items, I took, rather than going for what I did last time, which is unfortunately not available to be done, I don't have the Axe of Grimnir with my, and the Spirit of Grimnir with my General, which would have given me the runes go off on a 4 and a 5 and a 6 rather than just 6s. And he doesn't get +4 to his, +1 to his rend and his damage, but he does get a once per battle drink Magmalt Ale and he gets +3 attacks. That's his item. The Draft of Finest Magmalt. And I've given the heroic trait to my Battlesmith. I've given him the Ashbeard, which makes him a priest. And he is then bringing me the other part that wasn't in my list, the Magmic Invocations. The monkey is back.
The monkey is over there with your manifestation.
But also I'll be able to do the prayers as well, because I feel like it'd be a bit stupid to go into Fyreslayers without these things. It feels that we played one game the other day of this and I died miserably. And then we played Path to Glory with those bits in and I was suddenly like, oh, I get it. But yeah, that is my list. I am like ridiculous number of drops. I've got a regiment renown and 5 regiments. So I'm about a 6 drop. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Versus Emma's 2...
4 drop,
yeah.
2 regiments and 2 auxiliary units.
So do you want to talk us about your list?
So we're back to Stormcast today. Hello, Stormcast. Most of the units are on the board. You may notice that in the Celestial Realm we have 2 sets of Annihilators with Meteoric Grand Hammers. They will come down and smash things up real nice slightly later in the game. But we have in my General's Regiment, we have Karazai the Scarred. There he is. Karazai is my General. Some 3 Annihilators, straight up Annihilators, 2 sets of Annihilators with Meteoric Grand Hammers, all in the General's Regiment. Wait, hold on. I may have just put those the wrong way around, like an idiot. No, I was right. And then I have 2 sets of Vindictors here at the front. A Lord Relictor there who was used to be my General and now isn't. He's not coping with the demotion. Lord Imperigent here, who I'm not a fan of in 4th anymore because he doesn't do anything special for me. So I'm kind of like, okay. And then we have Bastion, Mr. Big Swinging Dong himself, Bastion Cartholos, who is over here. We have, Bastion has a skill in his deployment, in the deployment phase, in that up to 3 infantry units can move their normal move in the deployment phase, which is why these Vindictors here and Lord Relictor are a bit further forwards than they would ordinarily be in deployment, because normally they shouldn't. Yes, so because I've got a General's Regiment, we've got the Honour Guard. Honour Guard. So I have chosen, I've accidentally put the sticker on my Vindictors, but we'll take that off. My Honour Guard is going to be, it can be something that's in the Celestial Realm, can't it? It doesn't have to be on the board.
It just says, let me find out for
says
you.
Pick a...
I apologise, I should
Sorry,
say
we
that
are not very good.
my Honour Guard was the Rune Father's retinue as well.
Okay.
So you have to pick pick a General's Regiment. There's the unit, you can pick a unit that is in reserve.
Okay, good.
Yes, you can pick a reserve unit.
So the first set of Annihilators to come down, which will be this front group here, they have a +1 rend on infantry, on enemy infantry. What does your Honour Guard do?
My Honour Guard has +1 rend on infantry.
Oh, we've got the same. We've got the same thing.
Because I am also a lot of infantry.
Yes. So that's good. We'll both get hopefully some good points there.
Yes.
In terms of heroic traits, my army is the Thunderhead host. So my Vindictor units, which are part of the Warrior Chamber, They get +1 to hit rolls while wholly within 12 inches of a non-hero who is not a warrior chamber. Weird. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me, but okay. So, which is basically the Griffhounds, because they're my only non-hero.
What's the name of it again?
Thunderhead Host, Warrior Chamber.
Oh, I'm assuming it's some sort of thing like, let me show you how it's done kind of feel.
Probably. Lord Imperator has the artifact, he has the null pendant, so pick an enemy unit he is in combat with and subtract 5 from their objective control for the rest of the turn. And then Lord Relictor over here has Staunch Defender as his heroic trait. If contesting an objective in friendly territory, add 3 to the objective control of all Stormcast units contesting it. So, that's my army. Steve, are we ready to play?
One thing I had to tell you. I did my Royal Retinue, which I've told you about, which is this. They basically both have the Retinue and him have a 4-up ward. Mm-hmm. No, the General gets a 4-up ward, and they get +1 to hits whilst they're wholly within 6 of him. The other thing I needed to do was pick a Grimwrath Oath, which I'm going to do. I will not be stopped for my Grimwrath Berserker. Basically add 1 to charge and save rolls for this unit whilst it's in combat. If it uses the retreat or rally ability, it loses this oath. The only other thing that we need to know is who's going first. You won deployment. Who do you think you'd like to go first?
Me.
You'd like to go first?
Yeah, I'd like to go first. Also, my army is 1980 points. Do you know what yours is?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll say in a minute.
Yes.
But it'll also be on the screen.
It doesn't affect who goes first. So.
No, the only thing it'll mean is that because I get an extra CP every turn because you've got more auxiliary units, and I might get extra points, but I don't think I'm 1950 or less. But yeah, either way. The only other thing I'm going to put at the beginning of the video, sorry to span all this out, I'm currently working on, I know I've just said we're poor and we're not buying models. I'm looking at trying to buy a Death Army for us because we've got Chaos with Skaven.
I'm buying Silver Death.
We've got loads of Order.
We've got Order coming out of our ears.
I've got loads of Destruction because I love all the Destruction armies, but we don't have a Death Army. No. Thank you to the lovely Mr. Stu who's already voted on our channel and suggested I play Flesh Eater Courts. I've been very much enjoying them. You
did? You played them the other night? It was good fun?
Yeah, I've been playing a couple of games of them. But I'm also thinking potentially about OBR. So let us know in the comments what you think. Do you want to see OBR? Do you want to see Flesh Eater Courts? Tell us, and I will probably buy the one I enjoyed anyway, but try to be apologetic to those who didn't want it. Anyway, so we'll be back in a moment for Stormcast turn 1.
Yo, Stormcast turn 1. Did everything that I set out to do, but as it's the first turn, it's not that difficult depending on what you've set out to do. So, chose the tactic of seize the centre. I have 2 units within 3 inches of the centre, which we marked with a little gold coin. I have 2 units within 3 inches of the centre. I brought down my Honour Guard unit of Annihilators from the Celestial Realms and put them here, right up in Steve's grill, 9 inches away, obviously, from enemies. They tried to charge when it came to the charge phase, but couldn't, so they're just there for the future. Everything else moved where it needed to, so we used translocation to move this set of Annihilators up here. Didn't want to charge them because didn't want to lose that objective. Moved the Griffhounds onto that one, moved Imperator onto the middle, moved Relictor onto the one in the corner. Carazai moved forward a bit. And then Steve chose this to be the primary objective.
I chose that one, yes.
Yes. I couldn't get anything on it because I couldn't get anything over there or fighting. So I don't get points for that. but I got 8 points at the end of the round for 1 objective, 2 objectives, more objectives.
And then battle tactic.
And then battle tactic. Wait, that's 3.
1 point for one objective.
Yeah.
1 point for 2 or more.
Yeah.
2 points for your more than an opponent.
Yeah, that's
and then
it.
4 points for your battle
4
tactic.
points for that. Yes.
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 We did check quickly, by the way. I am 1970 points.
I'm 1980.
And you're 1980. Speaking of things that were Fyreslayers quickly, I also joined you for a little bit of fun with prayers. My Battlesmith prayed for the Prayer of Ash onto these Volkite Berserkers over here. So they had -1 to be wounded. For the end until the start of my next turn, which is in a minute, but it's just in case anything came in and charged them. I thought I'll try and give some protection. But yes, we're now going to see some very fun things. I haven't done anything in response in any of my turns other than that. I haven't activated any of the runes yet, which is going to be fun. I always remember the runes.
There's just so much red over here. Your cards are all very red. Yeah. There's just red everywhere.
But yeah, we'll be back in a moment for Fyreslayers turn 1. Actually, whilst we're here, Emma, if it's Fyreslayers turn 1, which one of these objectives is the primary objective over here?
That one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Balls.
So does it change? So
Yes.
that stops now?
So it's just for this turn.
Okay.
That'll be the primary, and then we'll roll off, and then whoever's going first will have to try take the primary objective of the other one. And yeah, it goes back and forth.
Gosh, that's going to be hard.
This is going to be fun. All right.
Interesting game.
Back in a moment for Fyreslayers turn 1. Hello, welcome back to what is potentially Stephen shouldn't have learned to play Fyreslayers before the filming of this.
Why? What? You've
so-
just taken out half my most of my
That's the
stuff.
point. So, and a thing that unfortunately you, dear viewer, will not have seen is that the first time we did this, which was way back in July, because it was originally going to be the 1st of August game that we were going to do, I had an awful time running these, and I still think that I need to change the list. I don't like the fact I want to reinforce my Volkite Berserkers, not the half-guard Berserkers, but they're still doing quite some fun things. But I've actually learned how to play them before now, and now I'm going, oh, they are just as deadly as I think they should be. I am back to loving them once more. So let's talk about what I did. Turn 1 for the Fyreslayers, we went for Slay the Entourage. You'll notice that the 2 sets of Annihilators have disappeared. This set of Annihilators over here, which was also Emma's Honor Guard, were the set that I went for specifically. So I ran everyone to get into close combat with everyone who they could get in with, apart from Gotrek, because he can't take the Fyreslayer abilities.
No.
I then took the ability of the Rune of Relentless Zeal, which is the once per battle army charge phase rune. You get this if you've not used gold rune this battle round. For the rest of the battle round, friendly Fyreslayers can use the charge ability even if they've ran. So yeah, I took that. Going second, there was a lot of I don't want to waste a certain battle tactic rune because it's for the battle round, not the turn. So I would have lost it if I'd gone second, which I did. But also that wouldn't affect your turn because I wouldn't have ran in that turn, so it doesn't count. Anyway, nonsense.
Nonsense.
Speaking of nonsense, Emma and I have both accused each other of gamey shit over this turn.
I'm glad you're saying this on the recording.
But yes, I've ran everyone into, so this bubble came over here to sort these Annihilators. This bubble and the Grimwrath Berserker ran down with this bubble. The Grimwrath didn't even need to get involved.
No, he didn't.
Gotrek and these set of Volkite Berserkers came and dealt with the 10 Vindictors in the middle. And the Runeson and his set of Half-Guard Berserkers went and dealt with the Griffhounds.
Who no longer have Strike and Fade.
Yes, I unfortunately couldn't get to the priority target. It was a well-placed one to stop me getting 10 points.
Yeah.
But I did manage to take everything other than that, because I take 1, 2 more and tactic. The other part that I went for was 2 words have escaped me.
Was 2 words. It was 2 words. Yes.
The only other part that I did in this turn that was kind of like what was I focusing on and what was I trying to achieve was to kind of not to pin down anywhere because you've got a lot of space to land with your set of Annihilators, but essentially to try to deal with the damage dealers before they get to me, because all of my saves are 6 and 5s. In fact, I think it's only the heroes that are 5s, and it's the infantry units that are 6s. So
You've actually now killed everything of mine that had a higher save, so now mine are all 3s.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I've got a lot of problem dealing with the big daddies that are on the table, but also I have taken out the chaff.
Turn this for you because this is not yours.
Emma, what did you do in my turn whilst we're here? I remember.
Died. Everything died.
Killed something?
Yeah, I did some stuff. I did some... My Vindictors that were in the middle here killed some Hearthguard Berserkers. What are they?
They were Volkite Berserkers.
Volkite Berserkers. They killed some of them. My Griffhounds here killed some of those things. I didn't get to fight with my Annihilators over there, which I wanted to do because I wanted to slap the living daylights out of them. But my Vindictors have if you roll a dice and get a certain number, you can have strike first. So the Vindictors that were here and the Vindictors that were here both got strike first. And because you're... What are they?
Half-Guard Berserkers.
Half-Guard Berserkers. Because your Half-Guard Berserkers charged my Annihilators, the Annihilators rolled a dice, got the number they needed, which meant you had strike last. So, which was kind of irrelevant because by the time you'd killed all my army, you could have just struck with those wherever. Yeah, so we got some strike first, but most of my things died, and now everything seems to be in this little huddle over here. But we've still got some Annihilators in the Celestial Realm over there, and I can bring back 2 of these Annihilators that died in my movement phase. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of all I did in your turn.
You're saying you've only got so much, but a quarter of your army is that big bird. Sorry, the dragon. And also Bastion can slap the living daylights of anything that comes at him.
Yeah, and we've still got the ability to translocate. I tried to translocate in your turn, which failed, but I got, because I rolled a 2, I got to add 2 points to my prayer pool. So
yes, I also activated a place of power here.
You activated a place of
and
power
I
here.
gained 3 prayer points when I was trying to summon the Flame Spitter.
So yeah, we're doing it. We're getting there.
We're doing it, Peter.
Doing it, Peter.
Right, all
roll
that
off?
remains is to roll for round 2, and that's a 4 for me.
That's a 3.
That's a 4.
I got 5.
So you get to choose.
Which dice did you use?
I rolled this one because that's his prayer
I was
points.
looking at the grey one going, oh, definitely those three. Yeah, I will go first.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Back in a moment for Stormcast. Priority thing.
Yes, where is it?
I'm going to make the priority this one over here.
That one over there.
That's the priority.
Okay, cool. That one over there is the priority. Perfect. In that case, I will see you shortly. Bye-bye. You did some weird counting into this video. Okay, Stormcast turn 2. Things have happened. Things have disappeared from the board, but there is still a big sea of orange that I don't like. So we went for the tactic of slay the tyrant, kill an enemy hero. I did pick one, but I didn't have to pick one. And anyway, it was the little guy that was round here who is now dead.
That isn't the one you picked.
That's the one I picked?
No, you picked my Flamekeeper over here because I made that priority target.
Well, that guy?
Yes.
No, I wanted that guy.
Okay, cool.
You can look back on the video. I said this guy here.
Nope. I'm calling you out. You didn't have to pick one, so it's irrelevant.
It's
But you
irrelevant.
did pick that one because you wanted the priority target.
I wasn't going to get that, but...
I know, but
okay.
that's why I was like, okay, cool choice.
Yeah, I picked him.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Let's move on.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Karazai came in, took him out. He's dead. Karazai took 4 wounds from things, so he's down to a bloody 16. 2 Annihilators came back from the oh god, I can't remember what it was called, but the call for aid thing, what it used to be. 2 came back.
I will find out for you.
Thank you.
It is heaven sent.
Heaven sent, thank you. It's like something about the realms. No, it's not. 2 came back. My final unit of 3 came down from the Celestial Realms. Took out this entire crowd of berserkers that were here, but then died themselves when this guy fought them. And did
Never
more damage.
upset the Rune Father.
So Runefather got mad, killed them all, they went. I can't bring anything back now from the dead. I wanted to charge these into this guy over here so I could take the priority target if I killed him, but couldn't. They didn't get the roll. Tried to translocate Bastion at the very beginning over here. We didn't get translocate, we rolled a 1. And then, yeah, things have just happened. So Imperatant was over there. He valiantly fought those orange people, and then they killed him. So he's dead. He's dead. He's dead with his taking his null pendant with him. Still have possession of the 2 objectives in my territory that I had anyway. Taken possession of this one at the back because I killed the hero that was on it. Your hero also being the guy that can cast the spell. So your monkey spell also is in here.
After just being summoned.
After just being summoned. But now we're about to go into Fyreslayers turn 2.
Yes.
It's only turn 2 and I have 4 models, 4 units. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8 because there's 2 over there.
Oh, 8. You have twice as many as I do, and I feel like I'm going to get my ass handed to me. But I'm currently winning on points.
Yeah, that Crusade and that Bastion isn't exactly easy to get through when you put Final Star on him, so he had a 2-up save.
Yeah.
But yes, I managed to put 4 points on him.
Well done.
Just as a thing of what happened, I spent 2 points in the hero phase to bring back. I used Rally on the Volkites in the middle, and I also spent a point to Magical Intervention and tried to summon the monkey. Got the monkey. And then the monkey disappeared because manifestations disappear with the person who summoned them. So yeah, it was a fun one overall. And then yes, over here we killed over here. We also have for the rest of the battle round this turn, we have a 5-up ward because I used the hero phase rune. Could you tell me what the name of it is? It's on the far left.
Far left of the battle traits bit.
Yep, battle traits, hero phase.
Hero phase, the rune of Fury Determination.
There you go, that's what I've used.
Yeah.
So we've used the Relentless Seal and we've used Fiery Determination. We've only got 3 left. Let's see how we go into Fyreslayers turn 2. Emma, out of these 3, what's my priority?
This one over here.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Back in a moment.
Also, I just spat at the table.
Lovely.
Right, okay, yeah.
I also did the silly counting thing. Welcome back to Fyreslayers turn 2. Jesus, it's only turn 2.
Yes, it's only turn 2. And look at the board. Look at this big expansive grin.
So yeah, we went for Slayer Tyrants as well. We did a silly thing of we picked priority. Emma picked the priority that you're aware of, which was what Bastion's currently sat on. We went for Slayer Tyrants for a tactic, and I basically just tried to run everything into Crusade to get rid of him.
Which you did.
I did.
Sorry, spoilers.
Spoiler alert,
But
the
look,
big dragon is missing.
What is wrong with this picture?
But also there's another thing missing as well. Because Gotrek has also been killed.
He's died.
Gotrek ran in, did 12 damage to Crusade, and then Crusade did 28 damage back. Yes, 28.
Yeah, he did 20. Yeah, he did 28.
And then I rolled 20 free up health wards, but unfortunately he has an 8 health, so the 8 that he needed to survive were gone. So in retaliation, the Volkite Berserkers did the remaining 4 to kill Crusade to the wound.
So I should have all out defensed Crusade, but if I had, I wouldn't have been able to all out. I had 1 point. I wouldn't have been able to all out attack him, and that contributed to getting some of those attacks through on Gotrek. Yeah. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of points put into. I tried to recharge, re-roll with the charge for the hero just to get further in if I needed it, but unfortunately couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Crusade. With Crusade.
Yeah, shot with Crusade. Can't remember if that did anything. That feels like years ago.
It started the damage, if I remember rightly. Okay. No, I warded it, if I remember rightly. No, you failed the roll. That was it. Sorry. You were going to shoot Gotrek. Anyway, that was the turn.
Yeah.
We're now on 16 to 14 in Fyreslayer's favour as we go into round 3.
Yep.
We'll roll it. It's a 6 for the Fyreslayers.
It's a 1 for the Stormcast.
Well, for the sake of points, I have to let you go first.
Okay.
I don't think I can survive enough points to go. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to make the priority target this one over here.
Okay.
As you're the underdog, you can roll to make me do a 5-up.
What do I have to do?
So roll on a 5-up, you can make me re-choose.
No.
So that will be the priority this turn.
Priority.
Okay. Yes. We'll come back in a moment for... sorry, is there anything you would like to say about your turn?
No, I don't think so. No. I've only got 3 things on the board now. Relictor here, Bastion there, and 2 Annihilators over there. Whereas Steve has all these big orange parrots. Yes. Yeah. But yes. Okay.
Moment for Stormcast turn 3.
Welcome to Stormcast turn 3, in which some utter BS happened, mostly from Steve. So just when I thought might actually get a priority objective, he came in with his little orange fuckers and thwarted my plans. In short, Relictor tried to translocate himself over here to take this objective, but didn't. Relictor was later killed by the parrot heads over there, because he tried to get, well, he did get on that objective and then they killed him, which was lovely before he had a chance to fight. These Annihilators though managed to charge 11 into your hero that was here. Whose name is? The Rune Father. And they overdid him. Mm-hmm. Really, they properly overkilled that guy.
17 wounds afterwards.
17 wounds afterwards, and he has a health of
5.
The tactic that I chose was take their land, so have something within 3 inches of a terrain piece in your area.
Oh no!
What? Oh god! Don't you scare me then. What is that?
That's not in my terrain.
What? Oh, is that not in your terrain?
No.
No, it's not, is it?
No.
Because you're in the thing. So we didn't get that then?
So no, you just get 1 point.
Oh, well then I wish I'd remembered that. This is why we need to leave the markers down. Because I could have tried something else.
I mean, with the movement, you could have got it. So if you say, if you want to move Bastion over here.
Really?
Yeah, literally, because he would have done 11 inches from where he was anyway. We'll set it up properly, but he would have got it within range there with his 11-inch move. I will double check it, but I'm pretty sure looking at the distance, that would have been fine.
Yeah? You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Damn, I'm annoyed that I didn't remember that wasn't in your...
We'll double check it and we'll come back in the turn of at the end of Fyreslayers and we'll explain it. But that might be a thing, because the ones that are wholly in my territory are this one here and this one here.
Would you, though, if Bastion had come here, would you have charged him with those instead of the Annihilators? Would you still have done that?
I was trying to protect the priority target.
Fine, just checking. Yes, didn't get the priority target because we both have 2 models on there, and so we're contesting it, so nobody has it.
If the Rune Father had survived, I would have kept it.
Would have kept it. But he did not. So yes, that's where we are. We're now, you're on 16, I'm on
points just down
15. It is, I can't read, 19 to 16. I believe that's in your favour.
Should be. No, it should be 19 to 16 in your favour.
Yeah, because I went first.
But that could be 19 to 15 to 19, 15 to 16 if the Bastion thing doesn't measure out. But we'll double check it in a second.
Okay.
So
that's about it.
So coming to my turn 3, which of my objectives your objectives are going to be the priority target over this way?
Well, God, that's well, I guess that one.
I was going to say it makes sense to put that one because then it stops them running to Bastion.
Yeah.
And forces me to do that. Yeah. But we will be back in a moment for Fyreslayers turn 3. Yeah. back to
Turn 3.
turn 4, technically. So you'll notice over the video that we just did that there was a bit of a change around. I felt very bad for Emma because I guided her to do a tactic
We
that she
messed
couldn't have
up.
done. Bastion couldn't have got into this one over here, so we then basically reset and used half of the rolls that happened, which meant that the Annihilators over here would have used their 11-inch charge to charge up to the top end of the Volkite Berserkers that were in a line over here, take their land there, and also slaying Allbar 2 over here to give you your tactic, which would have meant you had actually still got the one controlled tactic that you got at that point, but it meant that there were 2 over here. It meant the Rune's father was still over here. It still happened over this way that the Half-Guard Berserkers and the Rune Son kind of kept that point over there. Relictor still died because we rolled out a fight with it, with Bastion running over that way and shooting. Still managed to kill him with mortals. We then came into my turn. So we come back to where we had ended our last talk after a bit of a refresh, and I went for the tactic of take their land. So I basically just shuffled the remaining half guard into that statue over there. I ran everyone over this way and tried to fight with the 2 Annihilators. By doing a +2 to charge with the rune, the Flamekeeper, I managed to get this block of Volkite Berserkers in, but the Rune Father, using his Magmalt Ale, actually took them out without needing it. That led to us taking this objective back, giving 1, 2 more and tactic. So I then finished with a fairly healthy, where am I? On 24 points to Emma's 19, I believe it was. We then went, let's just talk out because there's not a lot else
Not
left
really,
with
no,
Bastion being
not at that point.
surviving.
It's just Bastion.
We went for, we rolled off, I got priority. I said I'd go first just to go for a Hail Mary, try to take Bastion out. But unfortunately, wasn't able to do any damage to him, and he then killed all remaining Half-Guard Berserkers. He then ran over in Emma's turn in response and killed the Rune Son, which would leave us on a final score at the end of turn 4, and where we're agreeing to end the game at 21 to 28 in favour of the Fyreslayers.
It's been about 4 hours, this game. Or at least it feels like that.
It's been 3 hours with talking bits because I got home and we started playing at 6:30.
And because we had to redo
and it's now
a bit.
9:30. So
Yes, yeah. We've not had dinner. We're going to do that now.
yes. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
It was it was a very deteriorating game. And I will say, from both a Fyreslayers and a Stormcast thing, I think the Stormcast were very fun, but I think we both need to go, let's drop 3rd edition.
Let's drop it.
Let's forget what happened. Let's not run lists.
It's reignited my love for the Stormcast.
Oh yeah, it was very interesting to watch. We've been playing for about a month and a half since the last time we played Stormcast, so it was very nice to go back to them and go, oh, I'm not tired of them anymore because they're not every game.
Yeah, it's new now.
We've played so many different games since 4th edition came out, so it's been really nice to test it and go, oh, for you guys, it's been literally back-to-back Stormcast for our videos, but
Sorry.
That's fine because it was literally Scaventide and then us.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, we have started to talk about things that we're looking for into the next videos. As we've said, 1 a month at the beginning of each month as usual. But we've sat and we've done a little spreadsheet to go who hasn't been played in a while and what's not really had that many many videos. So yeah, if you have any videos that you'd like to see, again, we've told you what we've had thousands of times. We've got Stormcast, Ironjaws, Cruel Boys, Fyreslayers, Skaven, Ogres. We're starting to build Sylvaneth. There is actually 600 points made.
There is Sylvaneth,
in the
600
house,
points
and
made. And an
a
Awakened Wildwood.
Awakened Wildwood waiting for its little branches to be added.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Let us know what you want to see, and we will hopefully do what we can to put those out for you. Anything for you, Emma, at the end of that? Or?
No, I was doing so well in that game.
It's still fairly close.
And then, Steve happened.
Because the problem is, with the loss of your points, you then have the problem you can't do battle tactics.
No.
And I think that's where I like how you play the Stormcast, because it's this kind of like, it feels big and imposing and scary.
Yes.
But the problem then comes that you've lost all your points
Yep.
in a 500 dragon, 300 points for Bastion, the Annihilators take up 200 points. It's like, maybe get some cannon fodder.
Yep. Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of units to throw around a bit.
They all went at the beginning.
Yeah. But yeah, this is all conjecture and madness.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and have some dinner now. But you guys, you're watching this whenever you watched it. So
Yeah.
go and have lunch or whatever you were
We're
doing.
gonna have breakfast. I don't know what you do. You do you, guys.
Let us know what you'd like to see again
Yeah.
in the chat, in the comments below. I'm basically going to start buying Flesh Eater Courts unless someone says no, please OBR, please. Those specific words have to be learned in common. No, please OBR, please.
You heard it here first.
But yes, we're playing around with Path to Glories at home to learn some different armies, so we can bring some new stuff to you guys. I've got a list of about 5 armies I want to buy coming into 4th edition. Emma's already looking at 3 or 4 herself. So you're going to be seeing more variety once we get to a point we can actually have them on the table. We may do another proxy hammer at some point.
We don't know.
That was a giggle. We can see what
was
we can
good
do with that. We might do some spearhead. Who knows? The world is our veritable oyster.
Yes.
Until then, we don't know what will be there, but we do know that until then it has been 0 days since your last nonsense.